Hey, there you are. Come on in. We've been waiting for you.
We have our second soap today from Lockhart's Authentic.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, it's good to see you. We're so glad you're here, and you're here on a fun day. It's our second Lockhart soap. This is an artisan who's been around for a while. In fact, our mention today is all the other products that Lockhart's is offering, and this is what they sent for free. This is their anti-gravity pomade, and they sent this on as a sample with our first shave soap that we bought. Boy,
go
this
check
stuff's
their
amazing.
website out. There's tons of stuff all over about different pomades. And I liked when we were looking too, it shows, you know, in the shave world, we like certain detail stuff. And on their labels, they talk about how the hold is for your hair, if it's a matte finish. So it's really cool to look at how that side works, which is pretty fun.
Right, and I showed the labels to Melody at Moon Soaps, and she loved them. And she said, that's not Garbage Pail Kids, that's Rat Rod.
We stand corrected.
Oh, I get it. That's the style, right? Yeah, and what I like about this is sometimes when I put a new pomade on and I go to like rub it in, they take on really cool and interesting textures, and this one almost like vanishes. It's so cool. Then when you put it on your hair, it's back and it does its job. So I totally get why they would call it anti-gravity, because like when it's on, it's like it's not there, but whatever it's doing, and it's doing it well. This is a really high hold and a really low shine. So yeah, y'all, and I didn't put it on today because it has a little bit of a scent to it, and I didn't want to like
to be true to the episode
give that away. But what is our soap today?
So our soap today, they have 4 or 5. They keep adding more, so who knows? They'll be back.
Yes.
But this is our second, so it's Mariana Trench.
Yes, and we actually got a chance to talk to Ron, who is from Lockhart's, and he's the one that's doing all of their shave line. He's a fan like us, y'all, and he loves all the artisans we love, and he just kind of wanted to start this as the next chapter in his adventure of something new and different, and to bring some younger shavers into the equation, and even to put the price point at a little bit lower where more people can collect more soaps.
Yes, and he is a wet shaving aficionado, and his wife also helps kind of in the making of the soaps with Steve Lockhart, so we really got a kind of cool behind the scenes going on.
Yeah, and y'all, we are so excited because they sent out, after we bought the first one, they sent us out a box of the rest of them to try at no cost, and we're so grateful. So I don't know, why don't we meet the soap? All right, y'all, so the sales page just has the set notes. We're not going to give those away yet, but boy, what a beautiful label we're in store for.
I can't wait to actually open the box.
Yeah, and when I was in elementary school, one of my teachers was giant into marine biology, so we learned about the Mariana Trench and how it's like the deepest point in the ocean, and like maybe 10 people have ever been to its depths, like as far down. They're not even sure how far down it goes.
Crazy.
Like, we know way more about the surface of the moon than we do about the floor of the ocean. Like, it's really unexplored. So, I don't know, maybe there's a little mystery in these set notes. Who knows? But I'm excited for our second one. Let's unbox it. All right, y'all, this is the box that Ron sent us from Lockhart's, and we haven't even really explored it all that much. Whoa! Look at this one. Y'all, I don't mean to alarm you.
I see handwriting.
But I think we've got a note! Hey, guys, happy shaving! Thanks for reaching out. Any questions, let us know. All our best, Carly and Ron. Thanks, y'all. We're so excited. These are
gosh, these labels. Okay, stop peeking, Sarah. Find the one we're supposed to get.
Don't look at the rest. Just find the Mariana.
Look at that color. I really hope it comes across on camera. Show them that label.
Like metallic and beautiful, the way it catches the light.
Fun happening right here.
And for me, one of the best parts, take a look at the side label, because they sit at eye level on our shelf, and we can see which ones they are.
We are fans.
Love it.
Look at it. There's like depth in that picture. There's like a creepy monster in the back.
And it's so exciting to explore a new artisan, because this could be anything, and we know we already love the base because we tried their barbershop. So
I know it's kind of fun too, because others that know this scent from the hair products, we are going in blind. We have no idea.
Nope. Although we are told we might have a few aftershaves coming too to test those out, because those are new as well. It's so exciting to have an artisan with a new shaving line. Why don't we have a first impression? So, like, obviously maybe an aquatic, because it references the ocean, but I don't know.
But the purple's kind of fun.
No, why don't you imbibe, and I will ask you questions.
All right, that's true. You went very traditional with the barbershop last time.
Yeah, we did.
Now we're getting a little funsies here.
No, this could be anything.
Here's the course to those who like to see.
Very nice.
Okay, ready? Oh, there's different fun things happening here.
Oh, what do you got?
The scents in there, I know, but not together.
Oh.
So it's somewhat familiar.
I love that. Maybe other scent notes you've discovered before, and now they're in a new conglomeration.
Mm-hmm. Nice. I do, oddly smelling it, get the color purple. I don't know if that was...
So, like, are there any scent notes jumping out?
Yeah, there's definitely more of like a vanilla, tonka bean, something in there. And I want to say I don't think it's a floral. It may be like a berry or a fruit of some kind, not a normal fruit.
Right.
And it does have a little sweeter vibe than the barbershop, obviously. But, you know, if I could put it in a lane, it's not gourmandy, but it's approaching.
Wow. Okay.
More naturally sweet somehow.
So, La Clean or La Cologne? What are you getting?
Maybe a little cologne at the end, actually.
Oh, okay.
But it's brighter than I thought. I was thinking like Deep Sea would be a little darker, maybe.
Oh, right.
But this is more of like a warmer, sweeter, maybe brightens up at the end a little bit.
Is it aquatic?
Not from my first whiff.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Not from my first whiff, I gotta say. And it's got a fun, maybe there's apple? There's something fun in it that I'm like, what is that? I know it, but not here.
Okay.
I'm curious what you're gonna say.
All right, I'm excited. Let's see where this goes. Oh.
I don't want to force you into a lane by what I was saying, but see if I was kind of close. I
totally get what you mean.
Okay.
Because my brain flashed to a few of the set notes and I went, oh, yes, I think this is familiar. And then as soon as I started to explore them, I went, oh, no, there's like 4 of your favorite soaps that you know that have these notes, but there's no one particular one that put those together.
Exactly.
Oh,
we're definitely
I love
discovering the trenches past what you know, and then it's that next part.
Right, and while my favorite things are barbershops, I might fight you that there is a tiny bit of a powder in this as it waves goodbye.
I can say that.
At the very end, there's a tiny bit of a light.
It cleans up. There's something that gets cleaner or more powdery or more, I don't want to say cologne-y, but it's definitely a little zest at the end.
Yo,
maybe citrusy.
This is crazy good. What is that in the middle?
I know. As soon as we read the scent notes, we're going to be like, dang it, we knew it.
Okay, it's not for me like a crazy outdoor nature scent. No? It's more of like a clean, well put together, like slightly powdery, ever so slightly creamy kind of a scent.
But do you get a little sweet happening? Sweet's not the right word because it makes it sound gourmandy.
Right, but there is a tiny bit of a cotton candy in the center of this.
Something like
is that what you're getting?
And I don't know if it's a fruit that's like it's a different fruit. It's not just a berry. No, it's not just an apple.
No, it's something more fun. It's something more fun. It's something more theme parky. It's something more junk foody. It's something more like that. Right. And I get that they didn't use like a sugar note. They used a cotton candy kind of note.
Yeah,
do you get that?
I do. And maybe cotton candy is what it is, but it's something. It's fun. I have to say, it's a fun scent. Yo. And I know as soon as we read the scent notes, I'm like, yeah, of course, that's what it was. But I kind of like that it's its own thing. It's not what I was expecting, which makes it more fun. And then adding the label and little, like I do have to say, if I'd never smelled a shave soap before and I took a whiff of that, I would be oddly intrigued. Like, wait, what is this?
It's got a youthful character to it. It's like got a grown-up wisdom character to it.
Right. And then it adds a little twist of fun. Like, it doesn't get too serious. It stays in that fun, pleasurable lane.
Right. Like, we have a couple others that remind me of birthday parties or helium balloons or, like, much younger kind of smells. But this sort of starts there and then has a lovely bit of cologne, a lovely dapperness, a lovely sort of darker, spicier balance to it that balances that out.
And then the sweeter side kind of balances out the darker to the sweet.
Right. Oh, little tiny bit of creamy in the middle. This is super fun.
I feel like we might need to lad this up before we give in and look at the scent notes. I think it'll be fun to see what happens in a lather.
I am not going to say no to that. Oh, and it's beautifully soft.
Right, and it's a little darker, so I'd say there's definitely like a tonka bean vanilla-y something maybe happening here.
And y'all, this is my KUN lather bowl, and this is my Cyclotrode X lathering brush from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. And look at that. Just you barely introduce them at the bowl, and there we go. We got a lather party going on.
I'm glad you picked that bowl, because look at those colors. That purple matches this label almost
Sarah,
perfectly.
It is just, the scent is just jumping out at me already. It's gorgeous.
That did happen with the barbershop. It brightened up quickly once we started it going.
Oh, this is so beautiful. I would have thought this would have started out a little bit too, like on the novelty side, a little bit too on the too fun, a little bit too on the cotton candy side, a little bit too on the whimsical fun side.
But then look at the label.
Right.
It totally
Well,
makes
of course,
sense.
right? Again, no, something in here. This just gives it a little bit of a sophistication, just enough, where I think you could almost pull this off just about anywhere. This is awesome.
All right, so while you're lathering, let's maybe do a comparative width. Coming from here, and see if you can compare.
Okay, so this is the comparative width. You'll only see this here at the Barbershop Duet. Ready? And on 3, 2, 3. Oh, you got a whole world coming from here.
There is. It does. It has that like zesty. Something woke up.
Okay, so y'all, Okay, this is such a unique smell, and it's such the combination of two things that I'm almost getting like, on one side it's a beautiful like brick or stone, and on the other side it's something like super sweet.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And I almost get more of, I know it's not a berry, but that's the closest I can put something sweeter, but it's more natural based. And the other side, I don't want to say it's a black licorice because that's too dark. But it's something that's you're not always used to smelling.
Right.
It's
and I'm not a licorice fan, so I don't think there's licorice in this.
But it makes it like a drier end, if somehow, but dark.
But then something so sweet in the middle that just that one little note is perfectly sweet enough for the entire balance.
But
and
again,
I'm not sure what that is.
It's as close to being a gourmand without being a gourmand.
Right.
Like I wouldn't want to take a bite of it, but I just want to keep smelling it.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Oh, this is the smell of fun. Like,
it is
crazy. Like, this is what I'd wear to the theme
But you're so right. There's something like if you wanted to smell for the innocence, the fun, that part of it, you'll get it. If you want to smell for the more sophisticated side, it's in there too.
Right. Yes. This is somebody who would like get off their surfboard and go to a business meeting.
Yeah, no, it totally. There's something about, it's not a scent that if you walk into a meeting or a cafe, someone's going to be wearing. It's very personal.
Right.
And I kind of like that it's not a generic scent. It has a personality to it.
Oh, that's what I was going to say too. Like there are so like we looked at one yesterday and I said, not to be mean to this one, but it does have a lovely generic quality to it. Where if you just wanted something a little bit nondescript, that might be your pony.
Yeah.
But this, y'all, this is as personality as shave soaps get, and it's a lovely one. It's a funny personality. It's a dapper personality, right?
Right.
It's a little bit.
I feel like people that would enjoy this label would totally enjoy that scent.
That's exactly it. Right.
If you were gravitated just by the picture, I think you would really actually opening it up. It's not what you'd expect at all. Right. But I kind of like that because it intrigues you even more. Yeah.
This is like Ed Wynn and Mary Poppins. This is like somebody super fun and like
sees the world in brighter colors. Kind of personality,
this is like your favorite uncle kind of smell, the one that's always got candy and quarters for you,
Right. There's like a fun side to that personality. They can be serious when they have to, but they know how to make you laugh and have fun throughout the serious side.
I have to know what that sweet is. Let's look at the scent notes. All right, let's see if this gives us a little bit of a flashlight in the dark. Okay, so starting off with
top notes, mandarin and bergamot, which is funny. I do get that at the end.
Mandarin orange.
I do. It's just it's sweet without trying.
Right.
Does that make sense?
And you know how mandarin starts with super sweet and then sort of balances it out with a little bit of sour, a little bit of bitter at the end, right? This takes the sweet from the mandarin and that leaves you there.
Yep. And then the zest from the bergamot. Like that cleans it up. It's a nice clean ending. And then we go mid notes.
Unexpected. Because I think it just gives it a tiny bit of a smoky quality, but patchouli.
Patchouli. But again, I think it just helps blend the top and bottom sometimes, like the base.
My old arch enemy, no longer. No longer. We've made up.
And then, look, lavender. I did get purple, but I think that just adds to the cleanliness of it. Almost the creamy side.
It's the sharp part of the lavender.
Oh, really?
So think of the lavender, right? It's got soft parts, it's got sharper parts. They're using the sharp part here, and they're using it for light. They're using it to shine light on the other. Oh, and look at this, coriander. And then you were right.
I was right.
Sarah was right.
Okay.
There is star anise.
Which is also black licorice for those who heard me say that.
Okay, hold on.
It's getting serious
here.
Yeah,
but you know what, though? This is what I love.
But it just adds a darkness. It's not straight up black licorice.
They've just taken the silhouette of it. They've just taken a hint of it, a vibe of it. There is no licorice in this, but I get how they're using it to tie it all together.
And then we were right, too. Tonka bean. A little of that vanilla sweetness going on. And cedar wood. That's the little masculine hit in there.
Right, y'all.
I do have to say, I can tell.
This is a balance so beautiful and precarious that it shouldn't exist. It shouldn't. You should not be able to take these notes and balance them into this. And maybe that's why it has to be at the bottom of the sea. Because, whoa, I know these ingredients. I know they're all in here because I can smell them all. But I would have no idea how to pull the individual characteristics out of each one. Because I would have thrown a full licorice scent, a full bergamot scent, a full mandarin scent. We could not
have made this brilliant balance at all.
That is not what they did. They took out parts of the mandarin. They took out parts of the lavender, parts of the star anise.
And I like that they do list a top, a mid, and a base note because you can smell the tears. You can smell there's depth in this scent. It's not just we're giving you 3, good luck on the rest. They really do list a good majority of each of those layers.
Oh, this is so beautiful. And since the Mariana Trench is about as far down as you can go, I think we have to take this a little bit deeper.
Have you ever gone snorkeling?
Yes. When we first went to Hawaii for a funeral directors convention when I was 10, we went to this place called Hanauma Bay, and it was beautiful. And they mistakenly, I think, gave us these frozen peas to give to the fishies. Well, they didn't also tell you that your knuckle, when it's bent, looks an awful lot like a frozen pea. And I had a fish come up and take a little bite out of me, and it was a deep one. This thing bled for a long time.
That's
and they were like, "Oh, you're bleeding. You should probably get out of the water. There's some barracuda over there."
Perfect. What a great experience. Sorry
I'm 10.
asked.
Can I please speak to the manager? So, once I grew up and we had built a pool, growing up, mom and dad, and at their house. And then, I went to the Bahamas years later. I was much better in the water. In fact, it was easier for me to swim around without the fins because I was so used to being in a pool and stuff.
Right.
I love snorkeling, especially in the Bahamas where you can go deep. I mean, you can go 10, 12 feet down.
I did have a friend in college that was going to the dive training, and I didn't realize what that meant, but you had to have all the specific gear, and you had to be able to go down to certain levels. Right. So now he's a rescue diver, so he'll just get calls if he wants to be on the list to go do that. But I didn't realize the training and stuff that goes in and how long you have to be able to hold your breath. I mean, with singing, breathing is a big deal for you.
Actually, it does help. Yeah. My uncle actually trained me for singing by having me swim end to end in our pool with the pool cover on because he wanted to get me used to a little bit of hypoxia and a little bit of those things and taking big deep breaths and being able to move fluidly when you do, right? So he put the pool cover on, and for a couple hours he had me swim under it back and forth, and then at the end of the night he closed the opening at one end and I had to go down and back. And he was like, "I'm a doctor, I'll revive you."
Right. Thanks, Uncle.
But it worked because I can still
and you knew you had to get back.
Breaths, right? So I can't exactly do that with my students now. But
but there you go.
You get the idea.
You get the idea.
But what about you? Have you ever been snorkeling?
Just snorkeling. I've done that a few times. It is weird for me to get used to. I think just with dance, I always, we didn't have anything that would constrict your breathing. But I did do a swimming class in college, and I really started to appreciate breathing. But I didn't realize how much in dance I wasn't focusing on my breath. And then adding that into my training, okay, maybe we should plan when we're breathing for some of these combos. So it was actually a really great way for me to appreciate breathing. So then the next time I went snorkeling after, I was a little more chill and I didn't get as anxious about not being able to breathe. But
we have not watched Titanic yet. We had actually picked out a few soaps to watch our 4K Titanic disc yet, and
it's gonna
we
be
now have another contender, I think. That's why we haven't watched it yet. We're going to need this one.
Okay.
This is such a fun scent. This is already on my F word list. I don't think I've said that in a few weeks. This is on my F word list, y'all. This is one of my favorites.
And I do have to say, because of the star anise black licorice or something like that, I know we had a few other soaps with it in the past that helped me start to appreciate that scent. But when I first would have read that list, I don't know if I would have had grabbed this one first out of their selection. I think I would have been a little nervous, but I have to say, after smelling this may be where you want to start. I'm glad this is the second one we did.
This or the Barbershop is my favorite.
Right?
Now I'm a little scared about doing the third one because that might just completely blow my skirt up.
And I do have to say, now that they're adding an aftershave splash, we would want that. I'd be sad when this wears off.
It just smells like a party.
It does. It makes me want to smile. There's parts that should be serious about it, but
when it comes to whether a soap is light or dark, this is 3:30 in the afternoon. Y'all, this is as beautiful light as you get.
If I want to have fun, but be able to disguise myself for everyday life, this would be the one I'd probably gravitate towards.
So it's pretty simple. All you have to do is be a world-famous director, maybe movies that have something to do with water, like The Abyss or Titanic, and you are going to be one of the only people in the world who has figured out a way to explore at the bottom of the Mariana Trench. And you're going to come back with so many stories, but you're going to smell even better because you just got your own! So head over to lockhartsauthentic.com where you'll find this and a ton of other stuff I want. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with Mariana Trench. What a beautiful, beguiling scent this is. Sugary, birthday, cakey, helium balloony. Oh, it's just a fun time to shave in. And this lather, y'all, it doesn't just change consistency when you add water, it changes character. So if you like this a little thicker, then you know what to do. And then add a little more water, it becomes a little fluffier. It's kind of an amazing thing. So it's a new base. It's from a new artisan making this stuff. So y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm excited.
Welcome to Messages.
Hey, y'all. So Matt, the amazing artisan behind Teton Shaving, sent us this. It's a Zen series shaving brush. And guess what, y'all? This is unreal. He sent us a code for any brush on his whole site for us to give away to you for free as a giveaway. So thank you, Matt. That was insanely generous of you. And for the rest of you, all you have to do is be a subscriber to his YouTube channel and ours and write an email to WeSentYou@theBarbershopDuet.com. Mention Teton Shaving and you will be entered in this giveaway. When should we check back?
We will check back on May 1st to see if you're a winner.
Hey, good luck, y'all. And Matt, thank you so much. As sweet and fun as candy without being candy. As beautiful as florals without being floral.
Yeah.
Like, this is really tricky to describe,
y'all. It's a fun,
y'all.
complex scent. I know. I think we were kind of stumped when we first took a whiff. It was hard to put into words, but that's why we have our show, is to help these people figure it out.
It has just a more fun, light, just party environment to it.
And I when you take a whiff first, I kind of went more masculine for sure, but the more I'm smelling it, I really feel like I would totally rock this too. I gotta say. So you may have your gals may want to bump this one out.
But a particular fun kind of guy, I keep saying like the Robin Williams type
would wear
fun. This. Does that make sense?
I completely get that.
Just something that's all kinds of craziness, but then one single thing. And that's kind of what this is for me. It's just like a million amazing scent notes all coming down to one personality that is so unique and so hard to describe that Robin Williams is as close as I can get, y'all. That's how fun this is.
He would rock that. And I do have to say, this lather right here is just insane. Like, this is impressive for only our second round from them, I definitely will be checking out the other ones. I'm kind of excited to see how they whip up as well.
I am too. And Lockhart's, congratulations on this new line of shaving products. And thank you so much for believing in our little show, for letting us help get the word out for you a little bit and sending us these for free. We really appreciate it. And hey, don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.